Are there any things in relationships that trigger you or make you feel unsafe emotionally? I'm going to answer, okay? Fresh off of this question. So one thing that I learned, silence actually triggers me. I don't like silence. No. Specifically from like romantic partners, whenever there's silence, I feel like there's something wrong. Like that's where my brain automatically goes. And I don't know if it's like a trauma response because I feel like growing up, my parents had a hard time communicating effectively. Like if they were mad, it was just silent treatment. Go to your room. I'm not talking to you. And then when it is time to talk, there's just no conversation. It's what you want to eat, where you want to go. And it's like, okay, you yelled at me 20 minutes ago. Literally. I want to talk. And so now I feel like whenever I'm like really close with someone and it's silent, it scares me. And it makes me want to, one, run away. But then I also just like, I don't know, like it just messes with me mentally and emotionally. And that's something I'm working on in therapy because she's trying to help me dissociate and like have, well, one, disconnect that connection from trauma. But I would say, yeah, silence triggers me.
Triggers, that's a big word for Elmo.
Okay.
I guess one thing that triggers me, and this is a red flag on my end, and it's something I'm actively working on. But something that triggers me is like, say if I tell you something very important for me, like a date, maybe a date that's probably months away, and I'm talking about it, and then I go silent about it, I expect you to remember important things to me. And even if it's just something I want you to work on, if you forget, I don't care if I told you something's happening on December 2nd. If I tell you in April, you better remember in July something's happening on December 2nd. But it just makes me so mad because I be feeling like I'm unheard. Like, how could you forget that? But I have a forget from mine, so it's hypocritical of me. Yeah. So it's a weird, like, it's a gray area, but it does trigger me when people forget important things.
Yeah, I agree, because then I feel like I'm not important.
Yeah.
Like, I really just take it so personally. Like, I would have remembered it for you.
Okay,
literally,
yeah.
But everyone's not the same. So I'm like, girl, give people grace. What the hell?
You told that man that 8 months ago. Of course he forgot. Like, but you don't think like that in the moment. You be like, side-eyeing.
Yeah, like
how you forget that? Huh? But that's But I'm actively working on that because I feel like it's kind of problematic.
But that's good that you can acknowledge it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people can't.
Yeah.
They be like, I don't know what you're talking about, girl. Like, I said it.
How about you? What do you feel like?
I don't know. That's really hard for me because, like, for me, I've only been in situationships. Like, I've only been in one real relationship.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like triggers, like, I'm still kind of learning myself, like, out of relationship and, like, in situationships because that's all I'm used to. So, I don't really know. I feel like everything triggers me, like, because I'm like, I don't know. You're overwhelming me. I don't know. Do I like you? Do I not? So I want to see where it goes. I don't know. In my head, I don't know. Anxiety. That's how I feel, but... I can't. No, I'm full for real though. But yeah, I don't really know. I think you guys have the big ones for me, like silence and then not feeling heard or people not remembering things, or not even that. I think a trigger that I can say just from overall experiences would be the ghosting. I hate not knowing.
Ooh.
Like
Ghosting.
I just can't. I don't like it. Just say what you need to say.
Yeah.
And get it out and say what you chest.
And then still leave, but at least say
it. You just don't. Goodbye.
It's called the Irish goodbye.
Like, well, I don't like it. I don't.
It is called the Irish goodbye.
It's called the Irish goodbye.
I don't like that. They need to change the. They need to change that.
Yeah.
No, but like, okay, I love the fact that you touched on that because 627 Interlude has to do with ghosting. And I remember I got ghosted for the first time when I was 16.
It's not fun.
He just went silent for 2 weeks. I said, hello, you there?
Earl. Anybody home?
Nobody was home. And then you just, and they no. And they come back like nothing happened. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? What you doing? Hey, beautiful.
I was just going through a lot. And the thing is, I feel like men should make room for a woman's understanding and empathy and grace. Like, if you genuinely are going through a lot, just say that.
Literally.
And I'll be like, okay, bet. But, like, just going silent, you don't allow me to show up for you. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of times people operate out of trauma because they don't know what it's like to have someone supportive, especially if they come from a household who isn't emotionally giving you what you need. Now you just feel like everyone's a danger. So when you are overwhelmed or when you are going through something, you go silent. And I know at times it can be a trauma response, but I feel like we need to just understand that we're affecting people.
Yeah.
Like mentally and
emotionally.
Like, oh my
God,
God.
that's a
I'd be like,
trigger.
did I do something? Did I say something? And they'd be like, nah, I was just going
I was just going through it. Like, what?
Like,
I wish you told me
You got
that.
back with your BM? Like, and it be nonsense. The going through it don't even be going through it. That'd be the thing that be killing me.
Hibachi Benny Honey Teriyaki.
She hungry, y'all.
Please.
Dang.
Silence.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all did that.
Yeah.
What about you?
I agree.
It gotta be the ghosting and also unreliability. I'm at a point in my life where, like, if I need you to come through for me, and when I say need, I mean need. Like, if I'm in need of you to come through, whether it's take me somewhere on time or bring this or whatever, if we make a covenant and you don't show up, or you're uncommunicative about it, or you're extremely late, or you fell asleep, or you forgot. As a woman, if I feel like I can't rely on you, you have no business talking to me.
At all.
You have no business talking to me. So yeah, the ghosting and just not being able to rely. Because I feel like as a man, like women, we want to be able to trust and rely on you, right? Like that's how you build trust. Like you're a man of your word. You said you were going to come through and you did. So like when there's a pattern of just unreliability, it breaks trust for me because I don't, like you can't, what you don't do, what you say you're going to do. And that's a problem for me.
Oh, I have another one that just popped up when she said unreliability. Not taking accountability. If I say and the thing that people have confused, right? If I tell you, Tamira, this is affecting me, it's not about whether you think it's affecting me or not. It's about what I said.
Yeah.
So just own up to my fit. Like own up. I'm not saying you don't have to say you right.
You're right. I'm wrong. Literally,
it doesn't have to be a you're right. I'm wrong type of thing. Just acknowledge me. You hear what I'm saying? But somebody not taking accountability triggers me. And say if you catch something like on a more like intense thing, like say if you catch somebody doing something, you have the evidence. They sit there and still say,
"What are you talking about?
I don't know. Who shot John?"
They like, "Where'd you get this from?" That's not.
I have the screenshot. You're still.
That's not the question. It doesn't matter where I got it from.
You're still lying. That pisses me off because this is an opportunity
to clear the air. Tell the truth.
Clear the air. Maybe I can see where you're coming from.
Explain yourself something.
Whatever. It could give me some closure. You're going to sit here and still lie. Okay, got it. Get it from your daddy.
Right. I was going to say, where do you feel like it comes from, though?
I don't know. Like, unaccountability?
I think it comes from their ego or, like, their pride in not wanting to just, like... I feel like men are so envious of women's power. Like, they cannot handle that, like, at all. They cannot. Yeah. So when we're coming to them, like... You did this, but here's the facts. They're like, whoa, hold on. They try to regain that power of lying to make you, to reassure you, to make you feel like, oh, I'm not doing nothing. So literally, and it's like, no, whole time, no, you're really doing it. You're right. Yeah, I don't like that. I just think that it comes from like that ego, like something.
It can't be ego.
Like I don't know, like why? Why are men so?
But on a smaller scale, like say if it's not something so severe like cheating or something, I think they do it out of fear of losing you. Like I feel like I truly do feel like sometimes things are, not intentional. Yeah. And people do not have the level of maturity or healing to take accountability. They never were taught accountability. Accountability is not something you just wake up and do. And it's out of fear. They don't take it out of fear.
I agree. So with that said,
it's like how much fear you gonna have?
So the next question is, how do you identify the difference between a healthy compromise, or how do you identify the difference between a healthy compromise or neglecting your own needs? So compromising versus neglecting your needs.
Okay,
I'm going right now.
Where do you draw that line?
That's big.
How do you know?
I think first you got to identify your needs. Let's get a notebook. Let's get a pen and write down your needs. And don't gaslight yourself when you're writing it. Like, oh, that's too much. Or, oh, I'm not going to find someone that's going to be like that. Like, yeah, you are.
Yes.
And if that means you have to wait 4 years or 2 years to have your man, then that's what you have to do. But I feel like a lot of times people are just not patient enough to receive what God has for them. Blockade. That's sometimes. Yeah. So I would say start with identifying your needs. And then I feel like when you identify your needs, it's easier to say no to things. Yeah. Because once things start showing up or patterns start showing up that does not align with what you want, it's easier to be like, that don't work for me. And sometimes we do try to like test it, and we're like, okay, maybe we can just like nudge it a little bit. And then when you try it, it's like, okay, see, this is why boundaries is important. I keep talking about that. But also I would say, yeah, just like identify your needs.
I think that's a good one.
I use this as an example in my therapy session, talking to my therapist about like, how do I compromise if I meet a guy. Like for me, I used to always think like, if we don't got everything in common, I don't want to deal with him, right? Compromising is, no, we can have some things in common, right? Like we don't have to we don't have to like everything. You don't have to like all the things that I enjoy, all the like, you know, hobbies and stuff. But if we have some things in common that we can enjoy together, that's me compromising. You know, so like leaning into, if he has some, then that's okay with me, rather than 100% like flat, like, you know, straight up. Like, you know, you need like hard needs versus like soft needs, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's the perfect way to describe this question. Hard needs versus soft needs. Or not even hard needs versus soft needs, more like needs versus wants. Sometimes we can think we need something, we just really want it.
Right.
And that's what it is. And I do think that when it comes to this question, like a healthy compromise versus, you know, neglecting our own needs, sometimes it's like a puzzle. Sometimes you could think that it's a healthy compromise, and you might give a test at it, like what you were saying. Like you could test it out, and you could determine in that moment, you know, this isn't working for me. But it's on the other person to compromise, for you to put whatever it is back in place, like a puzzle, and see what they're willing to do.
Exactly.
What part of themselves are they gonna take?
And
like,
I think
it's not always gonna work.
Yeah, I think that's like the big part too. Like just what even relationships, I feel like women are always more compromising than men are, whether it's a soft need or a hard need. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. If we're head over here, or even if we're not, if we're like, dang, like I like this person, like. Okay, let me not be so uptight. Let me try to give him a little chance. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, at the same time, what are you gonna, just what you said, what are you gonna do for me? Like, I feel like that sometimes needs to be a need too. Like, putting our foot down and being like, this is what I want or require out of you. Can you give me that? And not so meaning like, this is what you have to do, or this is how you have to be, but like, can you potentially get to this for the, you know, for both of us, so we can both work. If not, then you're not the one for me, or we're just not the one for each other. Like, I think
a good example of that also, just two things. A good example of what you're saying is religion, like dating someone that's not in your religion. Do you compromise? Do you like neglect your values, your faith? That's something that can obviously like be talked about outside of this on your own time, but I wanted to bring that up because it's important. I think it comes up a lot in the Christian community too, where like, do you date someone that's a Christian? Do you date someone that's like unequally yoked as you? And the second thing I wanted to allude to is like, this is me personally speaking, I think sometimes the reason why women compromise so much is because we have a like underlying desire and longing to be wanted and needed and validated. So
Okay, last question. Oh my gosh, but I gotta think. Okay. If you could sit across from your 16-year-old self, what would you tell her? Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Like,
okay, hold on.
You're literally gonna make me shed a tear. Cause
I would tell her,
baby, I'm gonna do it.
That she is deserving of all of the love in the world, and that she does not have to constantly give herself intimately to fill voids. And that God is the sustainer of her whole entire life, and no matter what she goes through, because there will be trials and tribulations, that she'll make it out on the other side. And that I love her, and that she's going to be a superstar, and she's that girl.
Period.
That's what I would tell her.
I'm gonna cry.
Me too.
Just thinking about all the things that you've endured so young.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot. Anyone?
Wow.
You want to go on?
what grade were we in at 16?
16.
8th grade, right?
8th grade.
Is it 10th? 11th?
Did you just say 8th grade for being
It's
16?
10th, right?
Boo?
I don't remember. Is it 9th?
Oh, it's like
It's
10th
11.
grade.
Yeah.
It's like 10th or 11th.
Third guess. Fine. Third. Okay.
8th grade is outrageous.
I couldn't remember.
That's funny. Yeah.
10th?
Yeah.
Okay.
16, yeah.
I would tell her that I would say keep walking into things. Like keep going, right? Keep walking into things, because every moment and every step that she takes is leading her to where God wants her to be. to trust her intuition.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Trust her intuition. And to stay true to who she is. To stay true to who she is. So keep walking into things. Know that every step, every choice that she chooses is going to lead her to God. And then trust her intuition.
Yeah.
Oh, and stay true to who she is.
The trust your intuition, I'm going to have to second that. But what I would tell my 16-year-old self, oh my goodness, she went through a lot. I would tell her it's okay to not fit into a mold. Whether that be a mold that you put in place for yourself, whether that be a mold somebody has put you in that you want to fit in for them, I would say it's okay to not fit in the mold and be patient because what's meant for you will be for you.
Yes.
Don't try to seek something that's not meant for you. That's what I would tell myself.
Y'all look at me like,
You know I'd be emotional. Stop. You want me to cry? A hug will end it all.
no, literally though. Oh, I don't know. My 16-year-old self, I don't even remember what I was doing at 16. But honestly, I will second that part of what you said is to not allow yourself to fit into that mold. Like, think outside the box, be creative. Like, I'm that girl. Well, she was that girl. She was, and I didn't think I was.
Yeah.
But I'll just say the confidence boost.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's a lot. I was jacked up at 16. Like, transition. No, it was a lot. Like, trying to find yourself. And, like, I would say, trust your intuition. Stay true to yourself. Like, all the points that you guys hit, like, for sure. That.
Yeah, literally.
Like, that. Not letting other people's freaking aura and energy get to you. Like, literally. Because.
Yeah.
I wish I was more God-centered then than I... Not that, like, I wish I was as God-centered as I am now or as I'm becoming then. Because that would have prevented a lot of things. I would have saw a situation and been like, okay, maybe God just don't want that for me.
Oh, my God.
And that could have kept me pushing.
Yes.
Yeah. But because I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do and ignore any signs that he was giving, I was I was rebellious.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Rebellious with everything.
Me too.
Everything.
Me too,
So
For real.
I would have definitely... 16-year-old you, girl, listen to God.
Yes.
Pick him back up. He's still there. Like, listen to what he's telling you. Stop ignoring it. Just listen. Be obedient.
Yes.
Like, be obedient.
Yes.
God loves an active listener. Be that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
I would say, too, not even just to myself, but just to anyone, like, your first heartbreak isn't the end of the world.
Oh my God.
It feels like
That's what 16 was, boo.
That's what it was.
2016 felt like 2012 when we thought the world was ending.
Oh my
Heartbreak, like,
gosh.
no, like, listen, when you first get your heart
It
broken,
literally
like,
feels like.
I remember not even, like, being able to operate. Like, there will be months where I'm just in the bed crying. And I
Yeah.
feel sick.
Yeah.
And I literally felt like I had to go to the hospital because, one, I wasn't eating. And then I only knew one person for so long. And then, boom, it's just gone. And then that's when you wake up and you're like, dang, like, I still got to go to work.
Yeah.
I still got to go to school.
Yeah.
I'm crying in the club.
Literally.
It's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, I think having heartbreak is important. I think it does build character.
For
yes,
sure.
it does.
But I think as you get older and you have discernment, you're able to be like, okay, I'm not going to go down that path anymore. And you're able to prevent
Exactly.
certain things. But I think when you are young and naive, like, heartbreak is going to come sometimes.
Yeah.
And I would say embrace it, because once you look back on the past and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not that girl anymore. Or, oh my gosh, I have boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be like, okay, girl, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I be in the mirror, like, literally every day. So I would say, like, it's not the end of the world.
And let's
You
not
gonna be fine.
forget that God draws close to the brokenhearted.
I'll be my best friend.
He draws close to the brokenhearted.
Yeah.
And one thing, you do not need to pull other people into your heartbreak. It's okay to be alone in your heartbreak. I feel like a lot of young girls at that age, since that void needs to be filled, you'll latch on to anything.
Yes.
And that's not necessary. It's okay to be heartbroken and alone, or heartbroken with your friends, or heartbroken with God. That is okay. Like, you do not need to latch onto another monitoring spirit, whatever it is,
That part.
a body.
Yeah.
Like,
that part.
you don't need that. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't take that.
I definitely agree.
And it's hard, though, because
Yeah.
God will put you through seasons of isolation.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I have no one. But sometimes God has to isolate you so you can hear him.
Yeah.
All that outside noise, you're not hearing anything. So there are times where God's going to be like, okay, I'm going to sit you down for like 6 months. or I'm gonna sit you down for a year. And then that's where you have to trust God and you have to trust the process and understand that like life is just like this. Like there's times where you're gonna be up, there's times where you're gonna be down, but I think having God be the center and the sustainer allows you to get through those things. And I feel like a lot of times people stay there. It's important to like feel that, but don't stay there. Don't live in that too long because I feel like that's when the devil comes in. Yeah. And the devil tries to lie to you and be like, you're always going to be like this. Yeah. You're never going to make it out. And in the midst of that, you have to like cast those thoughts out and be like, no, like I will find the love of my life one day. Like, no, I do deserve more because the devil every single day is trying to literally kill you. Yeah. And the devil every single day is trying to take you out because there is a purpose on your life. So I always go back to God about everything because I know God don't play about me. Period. And he don't play about y'all.
He don't play about y'all.
So I want to just give you your flowers.
Thank you.
627T, obviously knowing a little bit about what you've gone through and seeing your evolution spiritually and emotionally, mentally, even as an artist, I want to let you know that 627, all the music that you've been dropping, you have become a voice for women out there who are struggling with insecurities. That is true. Who are struggling with heartbreak, who you also give women confidence through your music, through what you post, you know, this girl to that girl. You know, and I just want to let you know that, like, we're so proud of you, and thank you for gathering us together, the people who love you, the people who are a reflection of all different parts of you. We love how silly you are. We love how serious you can get at times. We love you, and I'm just so grateful to be here and share space with y'all. And I think that I just can't wait to see, you know, what God has in store for you. And you're just being so obedient to Him. And I know that it's hard at times, but I want to let you know that, like, you're an inspiration, and you just got to keep going, like you said. And I pray that the love that you're pouring into your music and pouring into other people, that, like, you get it back tenfold because you deserve that. Yeah. You just know that you have our support.
Can we do snaps?
Oh,
yeah.
I love it. No, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Music for me is like therapy. So whenever I release something, it's real life. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like, okay, are people going to get it? Are they going to resonate with it? And every time before I drop a song, I pray and I'm like, please just let people get what I want, you know, for them to get from the song. And sometimes, you know, you can't really control everyone's perspective, but for me, I'm really big on impact. And that's why I wanted to do this, because music to me is bigger than just a song and the lyrics. Like, that's cute, but it be conversations like this that I feel like I'm able to change people's lives. And I feel like that is my purpose within itself. I feel like music is an outlet, doing podcasts is an outlet, but ultimately, like, I really just be wanting to save people and just help people. Yeah.
Do you remember you saying this on Wine and Wellness, the very first episode?
I think I do, yeah.
T was on my very first podcast episode in 2020 or 2021.
Oh my God.
And she was literally saying the exact same thing. Like, behind the scenes. Some of it on the podcast. She's like, I want to do a podcast. Like, I want to be able to talk like this. Yeah. You literally, manifested that years ago. So this is the fruition. Like, this is the evidence that God is real. And that if you say it, if you speak it, it'll happen as long as your heart posture is in the right right space.
That is crazy. No, shout out to God, because God's really my best friend. Like, I love that man. Exactly. He's a provider. Sustainer. Lover. Okay. But yeah, I think that's it.
Can we do like a cute little, like, 627?
We can do like 627 out now.
Yes.
Make sure y'all stream. Okay, let's practice. 627 out now. Make sure y'all stream.
Well, hold on. That was
quick, T.
Are they gonna hear the name?
Wait, that was a little practice.
Oh, okay.
That was practice?
627 out. Okay, let's just say 627 out now.
Okay.
Or go stream. Yeah, 627 out now. Go stream.
Okay.
All right.
Somebody count down. My anxiety.
Okay, ready? Let's take a deep breath. 627 out now. Go stream.
Okay. Is it just called 627 or 627 interlude?
Right.
Just say 627. Sometimes I'll just.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
627 out now.
I messed up. Me too. I said out loud. Oh, you said out loud, but T's talking about 627 out now. Go stream. It's 627 out now. Go stream.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay,
you steady speeding
stuff. She be talking that fast. Like,
where's the remote? Slow motion.
627 out now.
Go stream.
Go stream.
Oh, God.
So he's like, no,
not go stream.
So he said, stream now.
I'm sorry.
Stream now.
She's
like, okay, I'm going.
I'm I'm like,
627
627 out
Go
now.
stream.
Go stream.
I be talking.
I said
You
out
do.
loud.
I be like, goddamn.
I can't. Every time I gotta go and I gotta get it.
Bust around. Where you get here?
Literally. He been with us.
Yo, you
Okay,
guys got
3, 2, 1.
627 out now. Go stream.